Welcome to episode 6 of the Two Chicks Homestead podcast. I'm Nate.
And I'm Erin, and we talk about homesteading and living on a small piece of land.
Alright, well, I think we're going to have a little bit of a fun episode here. We're going to give you guys an update of stuff we're doing here.
Yep, just give an update on some of the things that we've recently done around the property.
Alright, awesome. I think the main one is you took a test earlier this week.
I took my ham technician license.
Amateur radio.
I was trying to think of I was trying to sound really cool, and that didn't happen. So, yes, my amateur radio technician exam last week, and I passed. Got 34 out of 35.
Yep.
I was so nervous. I've been studying. I probably started last summer.
Yeah, it was about that.
Yeah, and I remember reading the book, and none of it made sense.
Yeah, it was all Greek.
And I mean, to be honest, really a lot of it still doesn't make sense. But, yeah, I was so panicked for a long time, and then all of a sudden, it just clicked, and I started passing all the practice exams, and
exactly.
We were supposed to go together next weekend to take the test, and I said, I gotta do it, because I started questioning everything.
Next weekend, I'm going to go take my extra test, because currently I am a general, and I'd like to get at least my extra, and I'm going to go take that with our local club and see how we do there. But you took your technician test with GLARG, the Greater Los Angeles Area Radio Group, and you did it all online. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yep, so I did it through HRCC on their Discord channel. They have it where you say, I'm ready, and they go, okay, give us a little bit, and they get the 3 people that they need to do the test. And I had it scheduled for, an evening, so it was a couple days, just because it worked around our schedule and their schedule. But I've seen people post up, is anybody ready now to do it? And they go, yeah, give us a little bit.
Yeah.
And you pay your $10, and they tell you everything. You log in with Zoom, and it's so easy.
Yep. And the best part of that is you got your call sign in an hour and a half.
Yes, I had
on a Thursday night.
I took my test at 6 p.m., and I had it by like 7:30.
Yeah. Yep. So that was pretty quick. So you've already made a contact with a friend of ours here local.
Yep.
We got you on the 2-meter rig downstairs in the basement. And you made that contact up to a couple towns over.
Yeah. It's weird. I got to get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I still have a little bit of mic fright as well, and I've had my technician for a year.
Yeah.
I got my technician a year ago, the same day you got your technician license.
And we did not plan that.
No, we did not.
That was one of those things that was like, oh, really?
Yep. So I got my technician license early March, and you got yours on the same day. Exactly 1 year to the day, 1 year later.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a little weird going down there because I am not big into small talk, and that kind of seems like, what it kind of is, but I wasn't into it when you first got into it. I was like, I'm not going to sit and talk on the ham radio, but it really is a life skill. I mean, if you're homesteading and, you have to be able to communicate with people and driving around, with 2 kids out in the country sometimes.
Yep. Your phone doesn't always work.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice to know that I can turn it on and try to figure out what I'm doing.
Yep, we'll get you figured out and get everything you need to know how to work the radios. We do have a 2-meter, 70-centimeter base, and I also have HF base downstairs in the basement. And then we both have 2-meter, 70-centimeter rigs in our car. Mm-hmm. So we'll be able to get that. I do need to get you a new antenna for your truck, something permanently mounted. And then we both have the Baofeng UV5Rs for handhelds. So we'll work on that and kind of talk about it as we go. And you guys will get to hear that.
Yep, I'm already going to start studying for the general.
I'm very happy to hear that. Because, man, HF is fun.
I mean, I figure I just learned all of that stuff.
Yep.
So I should probably just keep up with it.
Yep. As a hot tip for anybody who wants to do it, take your tech and your general at the same time. General gives you more of a, longer distance. It gives you high frequency HF contacts. And really that will bounce your signal all over the world. But we'll leave that for another episode, and we'll talk about that later.
Yep. Yeah, I did find that the two apps that I had on my phone really made it a lot easier than the books.
Right.
I had a couple books
Mm-hmm.
that were set up really nice, but it was just much easier to just sit on my phone for 5 minutes and practice and come back to it.
Yep, and that was hamstudy.org, right?
Yep, and the other one was HRE Tech.
Okay.
Which I really like that one too, but I couldn't find a general one for that. But
okay, we'll look around and see what we find.
What was that one called? The HRC one was
the
Ham Study. Ham Study is one, and that when you took the test, or when I took the test through HRCC, it looked exactly like the Ham Study.
Yep.
So you do that one, and then it's not completely different when you're actually taking the test.
Right. Yeah, it's totally easy. I mean, I'm glad you finally got it. Mm-hmm. I know you've been talking about it for a while. I know you've been studying hard, but I'm glad you got it.
Yep.
So, all right. So what's up next?
We tapped our trees. I don't know, a month ago.
Yeah, it was about that, about a month.
And we've got one black walnut,
mm-hmm.
and then we do four maples.
Yeah, four soft maples.
Yeah. So actually, just today, we were outside for a little while. It was cold. It's been cold lately, so I hadn't really thought about checking them. And the one maple was frozen and like leaking. So the bucket, we've got 5-gallon buckets out there, and it was full.
Yep.
So I got that one changed and went around and looked at the other ones. The other ones are just a little under half. So we usually leave it down there for, we'll leave it for like the end of April.
Yeah, give or take. It'll probably be mid-April, and then we'll stop doing it.
We'll boil it down. Because we did that after the LFT and workshop last year.
Yeah, I think we took them off the trees last year about mid-April, and then just left them in the garage until you got back.
Yep.
Because it takes a while to boil that stuff down.
It does. We do it outside over the fire pit.
Yep.
So it's nice because I tried doing it inside, and that is not a good idea because the sap gets everywhere. If you really want to scrub your cabinets, that would be a good thing to do. Otherwise, it is not a good thing to do.
It's a mess.
Yeah, and we do not have a sugar shack and anything like that.
We did the 5 gallons at a time over the fire pit and one of those 30-quart turkey fryers, which we do need. I think we need to get a new one.
Yeah, we definitely need to get a new one.
Especially if we do the meat birds.
We should get 2.
Yes.
Because I think that's what ruined it.
Yes.
Was the sap.
Yes.
Or the syrup.
And then we just do it over the propane grill out in the backyard. Well, just to get it down.
That was at the end because you have to do 2 different kinds of boils.
Yep.
One is the big boil where it needs to be like boiling, and then you need to do it a little bit more precise so that you don't burn it.
Yeah.
Because the first year when we only did the one tree, I think we only got a gallon of sap, and I'm like, look at all the syrup I'm going to make. Well, it was like, a tablespoon by the time I was done, and it was like hard as a rock.
Yep. I remember that. It was like candy almost. But we ended up last year, I think we had 23 gallons, and I think you boiled it down to a little over a quart.
No.
2 quarts.
It was at least 2 quarts. I know we sold quite a bit of the little 2-ounce jars.
Okay. So, maybe it was 2.5.
We still have half a quart in the refrigerator.
That stuff is good.
It is so good, but it lasts a long time because you don't need a lot. It is very rich.
Yep. It goes perfect on some pancakes.
Yep.
And we did it on the bacon this year, too, right?
Yes, we did. We did use it for our maple brown sugar bacon.
Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm. So, we still have... It'll probably last us another year, and then we'll make more.
Yeah.
One of the other things we did was we went ahead and ordered a freeze dryer.
I am really interested to see how this is going to work out.
We figured the government was giving our money back, and why have it in the bank? So we went ahead and ordered that, and we are really excited.
I know. You've been talking about getting one of those for 6 months to a year at least.
Yeah. I mean, we have a dehydrator and we have a canner, and they both do awesome. But the one thing that pushed me over the edge was the cheese cubes from SOE that I bought.
Yep.
The freeze-dried cheese cubes, they were delicious. They were so good. I
think that package lasted, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
And it was like $10, you know. So I figured, I could spend a lot more and make these myself.
Yep. But we can also make a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, make meals and fresh fruit. I can't wait to do.
Yeah, strawberries
anything that's in season, and just freeze dry it and have it just there. Just grab a handful.
Yep, the girls will love it.
Start making oatmeal and
freeze dried gummy bears.
Yeah. Maybe not all the time,
but they're good.
It's to freeze dry like real food that's good for you too, not just Skittles. Although we will probably do that too.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it works out. I am very interested to learn how to do it, and it's something I think will be a good fit for us because it'll help us put up a little bit more food on the side that'll last a little bit longer. Yeah,
and I see Nicole doing the milk, the freeze-dried milk, and that's really cool.
Yeah, Nicole down at Living Free in Tennessee.
Yes, yeah. So we get raw milk. We get a gallon of raw milk every week. And so anything usually that's left over in the week, I'll can it and use that for my coffee creamer. But it'd be pretty cool to put it away a different way, just to have different options.
Absolutely. That'll definitely work.
Yeah.
So what's up next?
Well, we got a nice little exciting email in our Two Chicks Homestead email of someone that heard us on Amy from A Farmish Kind of Life, heard us on her podcast and has invited us to do an interview on their podcast. So August we'll record that, and then we'll probably find out when that will be aired. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that'll be cool. It seems really interested in how that's gonna work out.
Yeah, it's just kind of like ooh.
Yeah. So it's nice being able to get heard by other people and see what they have to say, and it's definitely a like-minded person, so we're interested to see who it's going to be.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. So, this is big news. So, we have a TikTok channel for Two Chicks Homestead, and I really like TikTok. Like, it took me a long time to get through all the really dumb dance things, and it's like, this is so dumb. But once you get past that and you start finding all the homestead stuff, there's some really cool videos out there of things that are like, I never would have thought to try that. I mean, it really is cool. So I'm like, I'm going to do this. And I started, making these cute little videos and editing them. I mean, I would spend like 30 minutes editing a video on hydroponics or making bread. And then I was making grilled cheese, and I'm like, I wonder if anybody else makes grilled cheese like this. And I have my pan. I cut my stick of butter into little squares, and I put it in the pan, and then I put my grilled cheese on top of that and swirl it around and let it cook that way. I'm like, this is so dumb. I'll just post up. Let me tell you. My other videos, I think our rocket stove video got like
5,000
3,000 5,000 views. It was like, whoa, this is so cool. This stupid little grilled cheese video is currently at 57.8 thousand views. And it's like, really? And the comments on there is just, I don't even know. I mean, people are really into their grilled cheese.
Yeah, and I will say I don't get the whole mayo.
I don't know
on the grilled cheese. Yeah,
I
we're not
don't know.
doing that.
I think I may have tried it once because I'm like, that's really much easier to spread.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think I never made it again, so I must not have been too impressed with it.
Yeah, I probably was not around for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like mayonnaise.
I may not have told you.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, because I know that you don't like mayonnaise. But yeah, I mean, so I was recording this with my phone and doing it with my other hand.
Yeah.
And so I never flipped it. Like, it was a 15-second video.
Yeah, not even.
And the comments were like, do you really not grill the other side? And it was just, yes. Yes, I grill both sides of my grilled cheese sandwich. I just don't have 3 arms to show you that I do.
Exactly. That. Well, we're going to fix that. We bought something at least hold the phone so you can do more fun TikTok videos.
Yeah. I mean, because if I can get famous by grilled cheese, then the next thing is I'm going to be huge. Be a big TikTok star. Oh my gosh. So, coming from that, we cleaned out the coop for spring.
Yep.
And my kids helped me for maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah, but they still helped.
Yeah. So they thought they would just get something out of it, like a new game or something.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. But yeah, that's always the stinkiest, heaviest clean out of the year.
Well, one thing I'm happy that we did with that coop, we put the sheet linoleum at the base of the coop, so where all the shavings and the droppings from the chickens inside the coop drop onto that, and it's really easy just to rake it out.
Just scrape it and pull it out. And I think we had that left over from doing the floor.
No, I went and bought that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
it was a special for that.
Yep.
But it was a remnant. Like it was just a cheap
Yep.
extra. But yeah, that made it really nice.
Yeah, I think it was like a $5 sheet remnant or something that I got.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so the chickens are happy.
That's good. And they're giving lots of eggs.
Oh my gosh. That's one thing. So on the docket for tomorrow is water glassing.
Yep.
I have never done that. I have my pickling lime ready to go.
Okay.
So that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah, and that's why we went out and bought the phone holder, so we can at least take some videos of that, too.
Yeah. Yeah, but that won't get hardly any views.
No.
I mean, that was my peak.
Exactly. It's always the goofy stuff.
Yes, it is. And I had thought about doing it before, and it was like, no, this is dumb.
Well, now that we have the thing that'll hold the phone, you can at least do a full sandwich now.
I can now. Yes, I can prove that I do grill both sides of my sandwich because people were very, very concerned. We also had our first batch of cherry tomatoes off of our hydroponic system with dinner.
Those were good.
They were really good. They are orange hat tomatoes from Baker Creek.
Yep.
And they only grow like 6 inches tall. These ones are now starting to get a little crazy, so we got to pull them out and
we'll probably pull out and start over.
Cut down or something. But yeah, they just get orange, which is very hard mentally for me because I feel like I want to wait for them to ripen, but they do get like a nice deep orange.
Oh yeah. And our oldest liked them. She said they were a little bit bitter, but
yeah, they were tart.
Yeah.
They were very good in the tacos.
Yes.
As opposed to just eating them. Yeah, because they like the sweet, red cherry tomatoes.
Yeah. Usually we have to plant 3 or 4 cherry tomatoes, so we can at least get 1 or 2 cherry tomatoes in the house before they eat them all.
Yes. But the crazy berry cherry that we grew last year, those are yellow cherry tomatoes. They really like those.
Yeah. Well, that's good. We'll have to do those again.
I mean, they do go crazy.
So what's up next?
Tomorrow we are officially starting our seeds. We are in zone 5B. So our last frost date is usually
first week of May.
Middle of May. Yeah, I think it used to be after Mother's Day you were safe, but now we wait until Memorial Day.
Yeah.
To plant outside. So tomorrow is like 10 weeks until approximately whenever we decide is ready for outside. Nice. Yeah.
It should work in the hydroponics. When we've got all these lights in here, we can condense some stuff down and get the lights in here or get the stuff in front of the windows and see how it works out. I know you got a ton of flats to plant.
I do. And actually, the hydroponics has kind of helped with the anxiety of planting seeds, because now it's like, I gotta get the seeds ready. Where usually it's like, is it time? Is it time? Is it time? I gotta plant something. I gotta do something. But it'll still be fun.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be 60 here tomorrow, so
yeah.
Currently it is like 10 degrees outside, but it'll be 60 tomorrow, and I'm ready to get the garden going.
Yeah. I was out there looking at it today, and it's like, oh my gosh. We have a lot of work to do.
Yes, we do.
Usually we clean it up.
Yeah,
in the fall.
Last year at the end of the season, you and I both caught COVID.
Yes, so that was a big damper on the end of the season cleanup.
Yeah, so we just kind of left the garden, and we're gonna get to it and get it cleaned up and till the soil again, and actually first we'll load it up with all the compost we have, because we got that huge pile of compost.
Yeah, because we usually have like 2 rotating compost piles. We'll have one that is all probably spring cleanup of last year, because then it has sat for a year, and we'll throw that on the gardens. And then I just started the new compost, so then we'll put stuff in the old one that, back and forth.
Yep.
Somehow it works out.
Oh, it's definitely going to work. I mean, there's several wheelbarrow full compost out there from.
And we've got all the rabbit, too, that you haven't done that clean out yet.
Yeah, I got to get that done. I'll probably do that tomorrow, too. Maybe run out there for a few minutes and dump it all in the wheelbarrow and bring it over to the garden.
Yeah, because you can just dump that right on. It doesn't matter how long.
Yep,
because you can do that right away.
That's always the nice thing.
Yeah, I was concerned that we hadn't done anything with the garden, but then people kept saying, well, it's better for the bugs and all that stuff to just leave it anyway. So I did it for the bugs.
Yep, we'll see how it goes. And our garden out back, I don't know if we've mentioned it before, is 10 feet wide by 60 feet long. And then we also have a little 4x8 set up in the neighbor's yard that he lets us use. So we're going to talk to him again this year and see if we can get over there and plant the gem corn and see how that goes.
Yep, and then we've got the little garden I do the garlic in.
Yeah, that should be coming up pretty soon.
It already is.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah. I think it's been up for a little while.
Really?
Huh. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, well, maybe there is a little bit of green out back. We'll have to go look tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't see anything way back in the big gardens, but there was definitely something coming up in that one.
Okay. Well, we'll have to check it out tomorrow and see how it is.
Yep. So we also bred the rabbits.
Yep.
And I don't even remember when that was.
That was a week and a half ago we did that.
Right. So we've got...
Well, really, it was when... So this is the only time you're going to hear me mention it. It was the weekend Russia invaded Ukraine.
Oh.
Because I saw the news and I said, well, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to breed the rabbits and make sure we have just a little bit more food at the house.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll be expecting them in 2.5 weeks, and hopefully we get some rabbits.
Yeah. Be kind of nice.
Yep, they'll be ready to process when we get back from the Living Free in Tennessee workshop before we go back down to the SOE Self-Reliance Festival.
Yep, it's going to be a busy summer.
Yep.
But it'll be a really cool summer.
We like that.
Yeah. Lots of motivating stuff going on.
And networking. That's important too.
Yes.
Go meet some people that you really need to have conversations with face to face.
Yes. Yeah, and we started our group, the Northern Illinois Homesteading and Preparedness Group, for that, based off of what we saw in Tennessee. And while we know those people are there for us in Tennessee, they're not 10 minutes away.
Right, exactly. And that goes with even the group here. If anybody in our group needs our help or has any questions, just post up and ask.
Yeah, it's actually gotten pretty busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's people posting up, just general prepping questions or, hey, have you seen this before things, and it's just get the conversation going. You know, I think community is a huge part of preparing, because if you don't have the community, you don't know who you're going to trade with, who you can call and ask for, you know, whatever.
Exactly. You have to have those friendships and those networks set in place before things get too bad where nobody wants to deal with you.
Right, because if you have a stranger come up to your house and say, hey, I'll do this with you, it's kind of like, I don't trust you.
Are you a Fed, or are you just here because you need something?
Right. But, you know, if we know names and faces and have, you know, shared a meal and got together, it makes a huge difference. Absolutely.
So I know one of the things that's going to happen this year at the house is we're going to host the ARRL, so the Amateur Radio Relay League Summer Field Day. We're going to host that here with our local club, and we're going to play some radio for Saturday and Sunday, and we'll see how that goes.
That's the end of June, I think, right?
End of June. So we'll see how that plays out. I got a few people interested, so we'll bring some antennas here and set them up and bring the radios outside. Yeah. And we just got that 300-watt solar panel, so that'd be really nice to work with the radios.
Yeah.
So that and a couple batteries, and you're set to go. You can run off grid for a long time on that stuff.
Yeah, we love doing those things. We've had events here where people camp out and cook outside all weekend, and we really enjoy those things. Next thing we need to do is a composting toilet.
Yes, that would be a good idea. Never know when that might come in handy, especially when we lose power and the village says, hey, you guys can't use any water. We should probably look into that.
Yes, we should.
Good idea.
It wouldn't look bad. I mean, Nicole's look really cute. They look like little, I don't know, what do you call them? What are the old...
Outhouses.
Outhouses, yeah.
Yeah, we could figure something out.
Paint a little half moon on there.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Or even just build something in the garage. There's got to be a little bit in there we don't use.
Where? That tiny little corner way back.
You don't need to get your truck in there anymore. You got an antenna on it now.
That's true. There's always a pig in there hanging.
Yeah, a pig or rabbits, or the ATVs are in there, or the girls just throw their bikes in the middle of the floor.
That's the next thing.
So, we'll get there eventually.
For a long time it was in there.
Yeah.
And then I had to clean snow off of it the other day.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I know.
I really am.
But I did clean the snow off.
Yeah.
I was behind little cars that didn't, and I cleaned it off my big F-150.
Yep. I haven't parked in the garage in over a year since I put the antennas on the car.
Well, that's nothing to do with me.
I know. Well, we got a lot of toys over there. We got 2 ATVs.
Yeah, really.
The little battery operated tractor for the kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of toys in there, and the Blackstone is in there too.
Yes, pretty soon it will be Blackstone griddling season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
Yep, I got a taste for that.
Do hibachi out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Yep. I'm hungry now.
Freeze dried hibachi.
We'll see. That'd be a little interesting to see how that'd work out.
Yeah, I'm sure we will have a whole podcast on things that we have failed with the freeze dryer.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, things that explode.
Yeah.
And
I mean, everybody wants to hear about it, and we're gonna tell you how it is, because that's kind of what we do.
Yep.
You know, we're not afraid to hide our failures here.
Yeah.
So.
Because then when we do something really good, it's like, wow, look at that. And not, well, everything you do is good.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to post the failures.
Yes.
You can't just post all the pretty happy-go-lucky things that happen, because, yeah, it just doesn't work.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much about sums it up, and we will catch you guys next time.
All right. Well, see you on the homestead, where something is always growing, eating, or cooking.